Right, so we're back here with Liverpool for episode number 2, and we've finished the January transfer window. We've also played a couple of games that didn't go as planned. It's not been a horrendous start to the season, but let's just look at the one transfer we did manage to do. There was one more player we did manage to bring into the club, but before we do that, make sure to smash that subscribe button, boys, as well as hitting the like button if you're going and enjoying the video, and going back and watching episode number 1. Don't start at episode number 2. Watch episode number 1. But we did bring a player in. And again, it's just for the future. We're just building for the future. Now, my staff reckon that this lad could be as good as, or if not better than, Sadio Mane. So instantly, boom, snapped him up. You've got to, right? That is a really good amount of praise from the staff. And he looks pretty decent. Cherky, we've all heard of him before. He's the Leon Wonder Kid. He's got no stamina, though. All work rate, which again is an issue. But he is technically sound, and at 18, he can develop those things. Don't know how much he'll play this season. Didn't even register him for the Champions League team, but there's a lot of qualities here for him. There's a lot of quality, so hopefully he progresses well for us. Now, when it does come to the games, it's not been great. We started so well against Southampton, and then we just stumbled a little bit. We now have the data hub, so I'm tweaking the tactic and we're working on it. But it seemed like it was going to continue that way when we played this game against Aston Villa. We took the lead and went 2 goals up. And to be honest with you, we absolutely dominate this game. Salah scores, Mane scores, fake banging. We're on for a great season here anyway. We're dominant. We're a dominant force. And then as soon as Danny Ings scored, I panicked a little bit, I will admit. And before any changes could take effect, Watkins scored and Alisson got a 6.4. So you just don't expect Alisson to have a poor performance, but he did in this one. Make things worse, his back-to-back draws in a horrendous performance against Norwich. We just couldn't find the back of the net, even though Mo Salah had a penalty that he missed. He missed the penalty when given the opportunity. They had a red card on the 64th minute, but we dominated it. We were comfortable the entire way through. We just couldn't get any possession. Every time we won it back, we'd get an attack, but Norwich just held the ball. It just doesn't make a difference. With the amount of chances we had, we should have scored a goal, and we didn't. Firmino getting a 6.3. Salah somehow still getting a 6.5, even though he missed a penalty. Not good enough from the front three that I was expecting to just tick from the word go. That brings us to today's games, right? Palace and Villarreal. We have now been drawn in the Champions League group. We've been gifted, boys. We've been gifted a very tidy group. Villarreal, Club Brugge, and Shakhtar Donetsk. So there's no complaints from me on that group. Although a minor complaint that we do have Man United in the Carabao third round. You know, I think that's too early for Man United, in my opinion. But it's fine. We'll take them on. Do we care about the Carabao Cup? No, we don't. But before we take on Palace, we've got a few injuries. Mo Salah's managed to get himself injured for 9 days to 3 weeks, so probably the best player at the team next to Virgil van Dijk, who also got himself injured. So, I mean, that's really ideal coming into this run of games that we've got, especially with Champions League football starting, that we get those guys injured. Luckily for us, we've got Jota, and we brought in Cherky. So everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be Cherky, you know? Everything's going to be Cherky. So this is a formation we're going to be using for this game today. I've tweaked it a little bit. We just didn't have much balance. So now I've got Bobby trying to get on the ball more and then distribute it to the wingers. I'm also now playing down the wings because, of course, Liverpool do that. And we're not playing narrow anymore. We're playing with a bit of width. Now, Bobby really shouldn't be playing today. Don't have much of a choice, if we're being 100% honest. Keita can be dropped, and I will drop him for Oxlade-Chamberlain. We've just come back from the international break, so that really doesn't help us. Now, one thing I could do is put Sadio Mane there and bring in Curtis Jones on the left. And that's exactly what I'm going to do for this match. So we've had to rotate. We've been forced into it. No choice of my own. But let's go and beat Crystal Palace, and hopefully we'll have some of those players back for the Villarreal game, which is just 2 days after this. I will 1,000,000% now understand when SI was like, you can't just use Gegenpress this year. You can't just Gegenpress everyone. Because you can't. Like, everybody is knackered or gets injured. And it's a real issue. Cherky's finally going to have a squad up 31. Born to be 31 was Cherky. Definitely. A Palace could cause us problems on the break. Definitely could cause us problems on the break. So we're just going to keep an eye on this formation and on this tactic. And whether we choose to stick with it or not is up for debate at the moment. But that opening day was fantastic. And then after that, it wasn't necessarily bad. We just couldn't keep it up, as Matip nearly makes it 1-0 for Liverpool. We just couldn't keep it up, which is just ultimately infuriating. The fact that we've struggled to find the back of the net now is starting to have an impact. And I'm starting to question, do I really want to win the ball that high up? So I'm going to drop my lines today. for this game against Palace. Just hope it brings them out a little bit more because we've got a lot of pace to counter with, but we actually need to be getting in behind to do that. We're not the kind of team that could just break teams down. Brentford are beating, well, they're not beating, they're drawing with Manchester City. That is absolutely nuts. So an opening half, which is seeming very similar to the Norwich game. Yet, to score a goal, will this be it from the corner? As Matip now hits the crossbar. So just wide and the crossbar already for your Matip. But nobody of this front quartet doing absolutely anything is probably my biggest worry. This makes me instantly question, what should we change? I'm going to drop... I'm not actually, you know what? I'm gonna let Sadio Mane get in behind. I'm also now going to run at defence. Like, I'm going to let him get in behind. Hopefully, this second half will give us a goal. Guaita's going to kick this one out. Now, ideally, we'd win this, which we didn't. We do. Trent, I thought Trent had won it back. We need to win the ball and then be pounding our way up the field. That's just not the scenario that we're finding ourselves in at the moment. I think that's my issue with this gegenpress that we've got. That is exactly what we should be doing, and we haven't done it once yet. Alisson now had a terrible game up against Aston Villa. Hopefully a better one today. Robertson, well, just let him run at them. Wow, Robertson, unbelievable. We've got Sadio Mane in there. It's going to bounce all over the shop and was nearly an own goal. Can we get up from the corner as Man City have now taken the lead back and they are top of the table and comfortable. And if we can't find some wins, we will be in trouble. It's just a little bit worrying how rubbish we are at finding the back of the net. I thought we would find the back of the net very easily with Liverpool. It's been a challenge as it's going to be Joe Gomez with the goal. Oh, no complaints here. No complaints. Joe Gomez, of all people, to score the opener for us. All right, no issue there. I mean, we need to win as many games as humanly possible. And this would be an ideal situation for us to win it. Just didn't expect it to be Joe Gomez. Again, we've dominated. They haven't had an opportunity yet. But you could be as dominant as you want. You need to score the goals. Is it going to open up a little bit more for us now as Curtis Jones will make it too after hitting the post from the header? He finds the back of the net. Happy days. Thank you, Curtis. And relax a little bit more now with that Curtis Jones goal. I can feel a bit more comfortable. In fact, we're probably going to stop pressing in the manner that we are. No need for all this aggressive high-tempo stuff anymore, is there? No need for it whatsoever. Might even go narrow again. We just drop this press down a little bit now. Don't need to do that. And hopefully, we just see the game out. And you're probably going to have to do that a lot more on this year's FM instead of just going, right, I'm going to stick in a gegenpress and jobs are good. And who'd have thought we were so dangerous from set pieces as that should have been another goal? And it might be as Jota just puts it past the post. Yeah, who thought we was going to be so dangerous from set pieces? Sadio Mane now is going to come off and we're going to bring on Thiago Thomas, actually, because this is a good opportunity to use some of the younger players that are lacking a bit of fitness and are actually tired at this moment in time. We'll bring on Harvey Elliott as well. I want to get him as much game time as possible this season because he needs it, doesn't he? Does Harvey Elliott? He'll grow and grow and grow and hopefully become one of the best players in the team, but dominant performance, and this time we haven't conceded 2 goals like we did against Aston Villa. We conceded those 2 goals and it absolutely ruined us this time round. 21 shots, 7 on target. I'd like more on target. I think we're going to end up having to work the ball into box, which isn't a strategy I think that Liverpool should really be playing, but it's starting to look like we're going to have to because breaking teams down is becoming more and more difficult. Villarreal next. It's just not good viewing, is it? If you're a Liverpool fan right now, especially after the experience of all the injuries last season, this is just not what you want to see, because it's certainly not what I want to see, especially when 2 of the players in there are star players. And of course, good old James Milner. We need him back 1 to 2 days. We need him back now. Get his knee sorted and untwisted. But we'll have less of the groin injuries, though, boys. Hernia for Van Dijk and groin strap. What were those 2 doing together? Just a question. A little bit of a tweak coming into the Villarreal game. Not really anything I can do about it, but we get Bobby back in up top, so Sadio goes back to his left-hand side, and Minamino's going to have to come in on the right-hand side. It's as you were at the back. It's very similar, and that's what I want to do, because I want to build these beautiful green line bonds as quickly as humanly possible and just get the boys used to playing with each other, even though they should be, because they've been together as a squad pretty much for several seasons now. You'd have thought they knew each other a little bit better than they do, but never mind, I can fix that. We can, we can get all the boys on the same hymn sheet. What am I doing with the musical situation? It is what it is. We're at home. It's the first one in the Champions League. Arguably the hardest tie we will have in the Champions League against Villarreal, and I would love to pick up a win. 2 for 2 in episode number 2 sounds bloody good, doesn't it? So that's exactly what I hope is going to be the scenario come the end of this match. What I am worried about is our inability to just get shots on target, if we're being 100% honest. And again, that's feeling like a similar situation against Villarreal, although I will note they're extremely good at defending. They're pretty good. They're pretty good at Villarreal. They did win the Europa League, didn't they? Was it against Man United? So I should remember that as a Leeds fan. I should have enjoyed that. That was a first half for everyone to have enjoyed. Wow, that was magnificent. Well, I suppose the big question here is, can that get any worse? And the answer would already be, no, that can't get any worse. Is a draw that bad of a result? I kind of think it is. But then at the same time, I'm like, a point against Villarreal, that's nothing to be sniffed at, although we'll take a goal right now from nobody, because that's straight into Villarreal's goalkeeper's arms, which now makes me believe that this is a Villarreal highlight. Where's he going to put the ball? He's going to give us the ball straight back. I was like, are we going to get another Joe Gomez masterclass there with a goal? No, we're going to get Trent giving the ball away to Moy Gomez. That's what we're going to get. He ran with it straight into the path of Moy Gomez, who's now going to put that across to Coquelin. And is this where we come undone? Potentially. Gerard Moreno, Moy Gomez just puts it wide. That's their first attack of the game. It wasn't that bad of an attack, was it, really? Considering we haven't had a highlight yet. Apparently, we're having opportunities. It just doesn't feel like it. But we'll make a few changes then, since this is going really well. So, Origi on, Diogo Jota on. Got to be a goal coming up now. I mean, I'm happy for a goal just before they go off the pitch. I'll be honest with you. I'm happy with a goal just before they go off the pitch. And then this will be a successful result. Thiago with the free kick. Come on, Thiago. There we go, Thiago. Absolutely fine. It was all planned, and now we bring them off, and they can go and relax. They can go and enjoy themselves. I've already stopped with the really high press. You're noticing it right now, guys. You just are not going to be able to press the same way as you used to do. You're going to have to manage the matches a lot more than you used to have to manage the matches. And I'm okay with that. I think that's a really good addition. Let's bring Fabinho on for where Henderson is. And can I get Fabinho playing like a ball winner? Yeah, that sounds great. We're going to go ball winner there. Just work a little bit harder in the centre of the pack. Joe Gomez again on a 6.4. Last time he had one of them, he scored a goal. So he's going absolutely nowhere. They're playing free at the back now. Interesting change for them. And this is not a good sign for us. That's not a bad ball in either. And he's hit the crossbar. He's hit the crossbar. I repeat, that was not good news for us. Minamino's had a bit of a stinker. Coming into the squad for the first time for me, he's not played very well. Joe Gomez is now definitely going to come off for Kanate. Now, I'm not a lover of two ball-playing defenders. I just went with it because that's what the formation suggested. Of course, when you're using the base formations, don't just do exactly what's suggested. It's not ideal. Minamino's going to come off. I much prefer Curtis Jones already in that position. Now, if we could just hope that this is a highlight that leads to nothing or our attack, everything is good. Thiago, I thought I'd want it back. Oh, Naby Keita. That's great work from us. Good ball in. Minamino. Divock Origi. That's a great assist from him. And now Minamino can come off the pitch knowing that he got an assist. Not a problem whatsoever. Oh, they're upset that he wasn't punished, apparently. There was a push in there. I didn't see absolutely nothing. Thiago wins it clean and then Keita takes it. And this is good play from him. Look at the ball worked back into Minamino. Blasted at Origi's, through Origi onto his head. That's physics. I'm still going to make the tactical change because Minamino has been absolutely rubbish up until that point. And I'm already thinking, super duper gegenpress for Liverpool. Probably not what we're gonna play this season, because every time I've changed in game, we've played better. Me and Gegenpress, to be fair, have never really got on too well. Oh, I've upset absolutely everyone. Maybe I should have read that better. Yeah, that could have been a mistake. What if I now say you bust the midfield, you made me proud? But you did really well. That is. Okay, so only 3 players demotivated. Only I could do that, right? And on the plus side, we've not lost a game yet. Club Brugge and Shakhtar drew, so that feels like a Bobby bonus to me. And we're going to be given some money. Now, so when we look at the formation, I'm going to take a cheeky look at it now. We will praise Trent for giving the ball away nearly costing us a goal, but it's fine. When we look at the formation is fine. I think the balance of the formation, it is okay. Apart from this position, I'm not settled on. I just don't think that works. We're going to go back to complete forward attack, but still that's going to be fiddled with. I think this is our issue. I'm going to go like this, and this is exactly what we did in the last game, and it worked. A treat. We did go back narrow. It worked a treat. So I think this whole aggressive pump it to the wing extremely quickly, I'm going to give up on that because it just doesn't work for us. And that's fine. Not everything works for everybody. But yeah, I'm going to stop with that whole get it there, get it to the wing as quickly as humanly possible. I am going to give Alisson freedom to distribute the ball where he wants because he has got 15 passing. He's got fairly decent vision at 11 for a goalkeeper, that being said. And he's not bad at kicking the ball out. So I'm going to kind of give Alisson free roam to distribute it wherever he wants. I am going to drop one centre-back to just a normal centre-back because I just don't like two ball-playing defenders. It just doesn't work for me. But you can see, yeah, they're absolutely knackered. And we've got a game in 5 days, so hopefully they'll be back in time. Now, I am going to go and play through a fair few games. And then we'll probably be back somewhere around this time here. I do want to breeze through it quite quickly as possible, but not too quickly that you guys miss out on some really cool moments. But at least we're back to winning ways. We haven't conceded again, so only conceded this season against Aston Villa. And 2-0 wins. And it's a good one, that, against Villarreal, because they're a good side. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, please smash that subscribe button. Show some love to this series. I haven't fully decided yet what the main save is going to be. I have an inkling. It's very, very lower league and will be one that probably goes on for the entirety of FM on the channel and should just be a bit of fun. You guys can get involved with the regens that we get and so on and so forth. But I've not nailed down a team yet. I'm still thinking about it. That's it for me. I'll see you in the next one.